Hi guys, it's Michelle at Serendipity House. It is almost noontime. I'm trying to keep an eye on the clock here. And I am going live today to show you guys some of the new Iron Orchid design transfers. And I only have 5 of them here. There's a few that I didn't open up because I don't have enough in stock right now for me to be grabbing up my stock. So these ones I'm going to be using, so I open the tubes up. And then after I show you the 5 designs that I have, I'm going to start applying one to a dresser. So you can also, we can talk about application and you can ask questions. As soon as before I start, I just want to try to find myself here. Find my video so that I can read any comments as they're coming up. Hope you guys are doing good today. I'm sorry I wasn't able to make it yesterday. I live in New Hampshire, as most of you know, and give me one sec here. So I have a minivan, and my minivan is awesome for filling up with furniture, but what it's not awesome at is getting out of my short, steep driveway when there's snow and ice. So I was kind of stuck at home. So here I am today, snowing again, but I was able to leave my house. So, okay, I can't quite see comments or see who's here, but I'm gonna go ahead and start. Say hello when you're on so that I can see. And ask questions, and I'm going to try to take a look as often as I can. So, all right, here we are. So I have 5 of the transfers for you to look at. So Iron Orchid Design just came out with new decor transfers. I just got mine on Friday. So a lot of the stockists are just getting theirs now, or have had them for about a week. Give a holler. Hi, Jamie. Give a holler if you... Hi, Flannery. My cousin's watching. I haven't seen you in ages. Hi, Flan. If you have gotten yours, let me know which ones that you have already bought and which ones are your favorites because they're really beautiful. They just keep stepping up. The designs are just, wait to see them. They're vibrant, and there's some new ones out called paintables, which I'm going to use one of the paintables today, which is like a black and white, but I'm not going to be painting it today. I'm going to be leaving it just black. I'll show you that, but then we can talk about the paintables, and I'm going to schedule another time when I do some sample boards of the paintables, practicing with different mediums that we can paint them with. All right, so they're right behind me here. Hopefully you can see those. All right, how come I can't? Does anybody know how to see comments? Oop, I can see them now. Okay, so we have Jamie, Hiya, Jamie, Flannery, and my husband. I just love it when you watch. Okay, so this first one that I'm showing you here is called, it's one of the paintable transfers. It's called Winter Song. And it's kind of like a half of a wreath with some foliage on the top. It's 24 by 33. What I love about the new transfers that just came out is you'll notice these now have the grid line, so it'll make it easier for you to cut these if you want to use them in pieces. Can you see that? So, I mean, this is a huge bough, so you could cut it down the center and use a piece. You could cut the top off and lay it however you like. One of the transfers that I didn't bring with me today is a similar design to this, and it's called, it's also called Winter Song, but it is a wreath. So it's like this design, but it goes all the way around in a full circle. So, so that's 2 of them. All right, I'm going to move this over. I have another paintable underneath here. This is one of, there's a few in this release that are made so you can cut them in, this is 4 separate designs. So in the past releases, what we've had is we've sold some 11 by 14 pieces, individual transfers. Well, here, this is one transfer. Mine are $29.50 on my website. And for that, you're getting 4 of the smaller transfers. So I know somebody's going to ask, because they already have, and let's see. So that's about 12 inches across and 16 and a half in height. So you get 4 that are about 12 by 16. These are also the paintables, and they have the grid lines. Now, I'm being really careful because I do want to use these, that when you're lining these up and seeing which ones you want to use on your furniture, I'm being really careful not to let this touch anything and get any dust or debris on it, because otherwise it's not going to stick as well when you go to apply your transfer to your furniture or your board or whatever you're going to use it on. Okay, did I say what this one is called? I may have not. It's called, that one is Classic Bouquets, also 24 by 33. All right, let's move on to the next. The next one is my personal absolute favorite. Let's check in here. Hi from Michigan. Jackie is sharing already. Thank you. Actually, let's talk about sharing. And for every 20 shares, I am going to give a product away. I don't know if it's going to be a transfer, it might be a mold, but share this, write share in the comments, and every time there's 20 shares, I'm going to go back and give somebody a little IOD gift. Okay, so this is my absolute favorite one. I saw this at a training that we did, and I have just been so excited to get it in person. I mean, it's just amazing in person. It's called Midnight Garden, and it has these, the colors are just beautiful and vibrant, and I just love, I called it a peacock yesterday, but I don't think it's a peacock. If somebody knows what kind of bird it actually is, then please go ahead and tell us. But this piece I've seen done already on some pieces of furniture in like a navy blue. I've seen it on black and on white, and it looks amazing on every single piece. So I am trying to decide what I'm going to put it on. I was hoping to use it today for the dresser that I have laying underneath here, except that the style, I think, of the dresser that I'm working on today is not the right style for this. So I think this might end up in my house somewhere against making maybe a bohemian blue background. So that's Midnight Garden. Love it. Bought lots because it's my favorite. And actually I'm selling a lot of them too. Other people who love them as well. What's exciting about, to me, about this line is that people from all over the world buy these designs, and just to see how differently people interpret them, what they do with them, how they layer and do mixed media. It's really cool to see like the same base piece used so many different ways in artwork. All right, so the name again, hi Marianne. Well, I'm Michelle. The name of the transfer that I just showed you is Midnight Garden. Hello from Ireland. Hi, Mary. Okay, here's another one. This one is called Prim and Trim. So this one, I don't think I've seen it used on anything yet. I'm trying to envision how I might use it. If you can see, I don't know if it's better or if there's a glare. If you can see, basically you can use the grid lines and cut across, and there's all these great lines of trim that you could use on the tops and bottoms of maybe using some other transfers or just by themselves on a frame, like a picture frame or a mirror frame. It's very kind of old world to me. I mean, some of these designs are just really pretty. I think it would look great against black, great against cream, or kind of a Frenchy kind of finish, where you're using, you know, lots of layered textured neutrals. But I'm excited to see how people use this one, because this one is really, there's so many different pieces, and I kind of can't envision myself like how I might use this one. Maybe because I'm so excited about the Midnight Garden and the next one that I'm going to show you that I'm going to use today. So that was Prim and Trim. So this one is called Astoria Foliage. It's 24 by 33. It's another black paintable transfer. And hey, Jerry, my friend from IOD. Jerry and I were at an IOD training together, and we became great friends. She's a really good time, and I'm gonna, the weathered shed, right? Is that right, Jerry? Because I also met and we hung out with Susan from the Withered Barn. So the Withered Barn and the weathered shed. They're trying to keep me on my toes, because I don't have a barn or a shed, or wither or weather. Okay, so this is Astoria Foliage. And I am trying to fit it. And you see it's got kind of like the bottom of it there. It's kind of got this cool bohemian vibe to it. But it's kind of like calm and vintagey and mellow at the same time, because there's no color. So, and I think these look great without the color in them, or you can add the color. It just depends on what the piece is, like what your interpretation is. So I have this dresser here that was already painted, and it didn't sell. I think I had it in the shop for like a month, but I went and grabbed it out because I thought, oh, that I could use that piece because it doesn't have anything fancy on it, and I can put a transfer on it. So that's what I'm going to start today. I don't know, what do you guys think? I think of the transfers that I just showed you, this is the one that probably fits the style of the bureau the most. This is like an 1800s nap joint oak piece, and it had really fancy handles that I took off, but I think this is what's going to fit on it best. Now, here's my problem before I start. So these transfers can be cut to fit. It's not really a problem. I'm going to say it could be a problem, but it's an easy fix. So these can be cut to fit. This is too big. It doesn't lay out right. So I'm not going to apply it just like this, because I think it would look weird. This piece here, this step back on the dresser, is about maybe over an inch deep. So it's not, normally I would like wrap the transfer up, but you really can't see this at all, so I'm not sure that that's how I want to do this one. So I'm thinking that what I might do is take the bottom part off here, so that I just have the flowers and it's sitting on this part of the dresser. And then after that's done, if I decide that it's not balanced and I need to have something on the top here, then I can take this part and put it on the top. I could take something from another one of my transfers and mix and match them. It's got this great writing in here. You know, maybe I could use our love letter stamp on the top. So I'm going to just, what I love to do and what I usually try to do is just kind of design as I go. So I'm going to do the first step and then just add as I feel like the furniture is telling me to. All right, so what do you guys think? Do you think this is the right? So gorgeous. Oh, I can't read the things up on the top. All right. So, all right, I'm gonna, sorry for stepping in front. So I'm just gonna cut this, and then I forgot to say, and honestly, I can't really see the comments. They're not showing up on my iPad for some reason. This piece that I'm working on had wax on it. It does have a wax finish. I'm going to talk to you while I cut this here. It does have a wax finish, but I removed wax with mineral spirits and a blue shop towel before I came on to do the live. This isn't straight, but there's nothing there, so that's all right. Yes, so I have never applied a transfer over wax, and so I'm not going to chance it on a customer piece. That's what sample boards are for. But this is going to go into my shop, so I removed what I could of the wax. There's still wax on there because it, you know, it soaks into your paint. That's what I love about it, and it hardens. But it's already cured, so I'm not going to worry about that. All right. How much of this do I want to take off? All right. I'm going to go that line right here. So your transfer needs to go on a clean, dry surface. A matte surface works best. You can seal, but you don't have to seal. You know, there's a lot of testing and trying to figure out what makes the transfers adhere for longevity, and you know, they're new products, so we're always testing that. And I had always applied my transfers on a surface that wasn't sealed, but now we're hearing that sealing it could improve the adhesion. But I'm gonna say not wax. I think like a water-based sealer would do that. Video is flipped. Don't know what you mean. Can you guys give me a thumbs up? I'm not upside down or anything, am I? Somebody just said the video is flipped. Oh, because it looks like I'm left-handed. Yeah, I don't know how to make that not be the case. All right, so this is sticky. I'm gonna step in front now so I can line this up right here. I'm sorry. And I am just gonna, it's already sticking. It is sticky. All right, I'm just gonna try to do on the drawer. So I'm just lining up there where I can see the lines are actually a big help. What's it telling me? It's telling me that something is not level, and I don't know if it's my drawers or the sides. Okay, nothing's lifting, so I'm not rubbing. So I'm basically right now, I'm just trying to get it on, eyeball it to get it on straight. I'm going to show you this because I think this is very important when I see a lot. Actually, this is starting to stick, so I'm going to show you this after. But what I want to show you is that the dressers are all made differently. This dresser has, it has things in between the drawers. And when you're looking at this visually, once the transfer's on, I think it's really important to have your design on that part too, so that it doesn't get broken up. And I've seen it done both ways, and I think that looks correct this way, more thought out. All right, so my transfer's down. It's already starting to stick. This is gonna come off really easily, I think. In your transfer tube, you're gonna get one of these sticks. It's nice and strong, and it's what you're going to use to press the transfer onto the furniture. Okay. Hi, Carrie. Alrighty. here we go. I'm going to start up here. Actually, I'm going to start over in this corner here. Are we good? All right, so I am just going to press. You don't need to tape this down or anything either. This is, it's not going anywhere. If you piece it up, like if I'm taking part of a design and putting it here and here, then I'll tape it and lay my design out. Play that by ear, but you know, it really doesn't slide around, so they're really easy to use. Got a little lump in my paint there. Ooh. All right, can you hear that? I don't know if you can see this, but one of the tricks, okay, I'm gonna just get this corner done. One of the tricks is to catch an air bubble, okay? It's not, you should not have to be putting all of your body weight into this to get your transfer to lift, get your transfer to stick and lift off the paper, okay? What you really should be doing, if you can do it, if you're applying a large transfer, is you can see and you can hear if you catch an air bubble under there. All right, can you see this? I don't know. I wish I had an assistant who could zoom the camera, but I've got a little air bubble in there, and I am pushing, and it is, and I'm really not pushing hard at all. You can hear it and you can see the transfer lift off the paper backing and go right onto your furniture. I am not pressing hard, I promise you. If you lift your plastic up and you still have a piece of your transfer there, put it right back down, then you might want to rub a little hard. For some reason that part's not coming off. All right, you hear that? Butterfly's gonna fly right off of there. So have any of you used the new transfers yet? Anybody who's watching? I'm gonna get my scissors so I can cut off what's done. And I don't know why my comments, like I can kind of see them from here, but they keep disappearing off my screen and then I can't see. So what was your favorite of the ones that I showed you a few minutes ago if you were watching? Do you have like one that that jumps out the most? I should probably, I'll talk about the paintables in a second, about that aspect and what that is. You know, sometimes I will see some of these transfers, and it's hard because so many come out at once. And so obviously I've got all of them. I carry them on my website. I try to keep one each for myself so that I can use them all. It's hard to decide which ones to use first. And sometimes, because, you know, stylistically they're all a little different, maybe they're not all my particular style and I can't envision how to use it. But what's really cool is, like, I'll see somebody else use it and then be totally inspired to go try it myself and to do a piece. Because everybody sees it differently and interprets it differently and has a different design style. All right. Let's see, I'm going to finish the top drawer because I want to lift this off so you can just see how pretty it is. Catching that air bubble right there, not pushing real hard. So I can actually really see where it's not released. All right, now I'm just going to cut this off so you can see what it looks like. All right. You see that? Oh, And you know what? You can't even feel this. This is like it's been hand painted on. The other thing that I'm noticing about these, there's no halo effect. That is something that with each release I think has gotten better. I love the one I'm doing too. I'm the next Miss Mustard Seed. I don't know. Marion's pretty fantastic. You're so funny, Carrie. But the older transfers, which I love, but they have a halo around them, like a little piece of plastic that you can see around the designs. There's nothing here, you guys. I'll show you a close-up when I'm a little further in here. There's no halo. It looks hand-painted or hand-drawn on. I just noticed that now. I didn't even, this is the first transfer that I'm using from the new release because I've been busy testing out the molds, which also came out, and I've been busy packing orders up so everybody else gets theirs. So it's nice to have some playtime for me. All right, so this is I'm getting in, because I'm doing this laying down, which is the way I like to do it because gravity, you may as well go with gravity. When I do this laying down, because of the way I'm pressing, it doesn't really hurt my back as much as if I'm trying to go up and down, or my rotator cuff. So that's why I laid it down in the back. Some people like to keep the dresser standing up. Oh, that lump I'm just realizing is a keyhole, which I forgot was on here. Stupid question. All right, you know what I'm gonna try to get the rest of the towel off. Okay, so let's talk about these blacksmiths. I keep saying black and white. They're black, they're not white. It's black and white on my piece because my piece is white. So these black paintable transfers. And white, there is one white release. In this release, there is one white transfer. It is called Bar and Sturgis, maybe? I didn't bring it, I should have. I will show you that one the next time I'm on, but it's the one white transfer that did come out this time. Okay, working up a sweat here. Doesn't take much. All right, so the paintables. So this is a patent pending new technology, the paintables, from Iron Orchid Designs. And basically, they're designed so that you can go back in after you've got them all on your piece and you can add color to them. And so you might notice when you're hopping around on Facebook or on Pinterest that you recognize a design, but it's in, but it looks totally different because it's in color or different colors. It's because people are painting them, okay? So we are practicing different mediums to paint with and what that looks like. I'm going to do some sample boards next week. One of the things I'm going to try that I'm going to do it with, and it's being done with this now, this is all right, let me slow down. What people are using is watered down or diluted milk paint, or you could use chalk paint. So I'm going to go with the idea of using what I already have. So I'm going to I carry DIY paint. I'm going to take my DIY paint and I'm going to add some water to it or get a water pen and practice coloring with that. I am going to practice it and make a sample board using that on a sealed surface and a non-sealed surface so we can see what the difference is. Got a piece that's not coming off here. so there's all of these things also about when to seal it. So, you know, you can get a watercolor effect with your paints, or it could soak in. So that's all the stuff that I want to experiment with. If you go on the Iron Orchid Designs Facebook page, or if you're in their group, Josie and Sally are already practicing with that and showing you different ways that it looks using the different mediums. I would like to just do it myself so I can try it out. What are the other? There are some paint pens also that they're using. Ranger is one of them. And I have some here. Actually, let me show you while I'm rubbing this. This is part of one of the transfers, the Harrison's transfer that at a workshop we painted. And so we were just playing around with the Ranger watercolors, and that was the first time that I used them. I'm taking my snow boots off, guys. I think that might be why I'm like sweating so much here. We got an inch of snow, and these have got to go. Okay, it's not that cold in my workshop. Much better, much better. I don't even know what I do have the Ranger pens, but I don't know where they are right now, and I want to try to focus. But here's an idea of what they can look like painted, and it really just depends on the medium that you're using. So I'm going to repeat the share for those of you who are going to watch it back later, or those of you who missed it. For every 20 shares of this, I'm going to do a giveaway. So share this live. You probably have to wait till it's over. And write share in the comments to let me know that you did share. And then when there's 20 shares, I'm going to choose a name, check that you shared, and then you can win something. I'm thinking that part of the reason I usually don't have to press this hard, but since I'm going on a surface that I had already finished. All right. Once in a while a piece sticks, but not very often. What do we think of that? Beautiful. So if you're looking for any of these products, I have I'm in a shop in Peterborough, New Hampshire, called Bowerbird, which is in Depot Square. And I don't have the transfers in the shop yet. I will have those in the shop on Sunday. But I do carry the whole IOD line in there of the recent IOD, not the Prima stuff. So you can get everything in the shop. I also have a website, which is www.serendipity.house, and I ship in the United States, anywhere in the United States. I ship priority mail, so you get your package in like 2 to 3 days, insured, and I try to ship within 24 hours of getting getting orders. If you have questions about the products or about your order, you can always message me or email me. I do help a lot of people with projects online, over the phone. I'm happy to share my knowledge, especially of this line, if you're having any issues with this line, because it's pretty easy to use, but sometimes there's things that come up that that you don't think of. And most of the time it's fixable. I'm not catching any air bubbles right now. I don't know why. There we go. There we go. Look at that air bubble. It does make it trickier to have to get in between. Oh, I love that sound. I love that look when you can just see it all lifting. All right, do we have any questions? I'm kind of getting lost in my, let's see. Why don't you make the scraper wider for the big transfers like this? Well, you could use it this way, you know, to push the air bubble, or just to do a small area. I don't know why, really, but I've used other things, like my driver's license, you know, when I haven't had a stick nearby, or with some of the old transfers before the sticks were not as firm, so I would just grab something else. This actually works pretty good. Does it look like I'm struggling? I think the issue, and you probably can't see it on camera here, is my drawers and this piece right in between the drawers is not level. Some of the drawers are sticking up, some of them go down. It's just because of the dresser. Yeah, I'm not, but I'm almost done now. All right, see that? See that air bubble? So turn the stick sideways, catch the air bubble. And then we're going to have to do some cutting with a razor blade in between the drawers. And I'll show you that. Let's see if I can tell what's on. There we go. All right, so this part that's still on the transfer here, it's because my drawer ends before it got to that part of the design, so that's why it's staying on there. I probably should be chatting. I'm either a mile a minute or I'm silent. The comments keep going away. Oh, now Facebook is just gone. Okay. I'm almost done. Do you want air bubbles or no? I've never done a transfer. Yes, I'm trying to get some air under here, an air bubble, because there are some spots that, yes, they don't come up easily, and you're inevitably going to have to like rub a spot to get it up, because that happens. But you shouldn't have to rub the whole thing like that. So the best way to do it is to have your stick this way and try to get an air bubble right under there. Can you see? Can you see this? There's a little wrinkle there. It's an air bubble. And it pushes the transfer right off of the facing and right onto your furniture. See? I'm not pushing hard. I do prefer to have it this way. I think I'm just kind of used to holding it that way. Catch an air bubble that way. So you can see. It's like, okay, so you can, if you lift it up, see, I can see what didn't stick. That's gonna need a little more pressing. You know, maybe because they're lone letters and they're not part of a big pattern. Maybe because of what I'm applying it to. Maybe I didn't get all my wax off first in that spot. I don't know. There, okay. But man, if you can get the air, that is really kind of the golden ticket. Okay, I have a key lock right there that I want to. All right, air bubble. That was a big one, big air bubble. So, the other thing, if you haven't used these before, they're all meant to look distressed. So there is going to be some lines through the flowers and through the writing to look like you've already distressed it. So they're supposed to look imperfect. And that is part of the reason why I think they always look good and they look natural, because they're not meant to look perfect, and so they look hand done. Oh, that feels great. Feels great, looks great. I'm almost done. I think I just have this little bit right here on this drawer. Put you in an air bubble. Hi guys, thank you. I'm going to try to finish this and then answer questions, okay? Because almost done. Just have a couple pieces that are not sticking for whatever reason. There we go. Certainly a flat piece is easier to put it on. I think all of these little spots in the drawer. Alright, so here, I took that off already, but I'm going to go. And that's the other thing too, is you can go back and add stuff. Okay. So, I have no idea how long that took me. It felt like a long time because I was thinking about you guys and what I should say or if I should chat or not. But I think that is really pretty and it looks hand done. I'm taking off my sweatshirt now. Okay. What do we got here? What do you guys think of this? Do you like it? Hi Lynette, hi Cheryl, Marianne, thank you. All right, so what I've got left here, once you do this, look, I've got little bits and bobs of black on me. Once you do this, then I don't know if you could see it from the camera angle or not, but because of the way I put this on and I've got it going over the edges of the drawer, so I've got these openings, you need to go back, and I just use my blade and push in all those little parts. So this is my drawer bottom. I am going to go in and just push that in so that I can make sure that the design, that the transfer is on securely. Oops, see that? It just kind of separates itself, but I'm going to wrap it, really push it on there good, and it's sticking really well. Yeah, so you can see where the drawer separates there. So it's separated nicely. Any of the design that carried over, it's kind of wrapping in. So I'm going to do that on here too. What do we think? So this is the Astoria foliage that I put on this one. And I didn't even use the whole thing. I have some of it left, some of the bottom left, which I'll take a look at this as soon as I'm done doing the part that I'm doing and decide if it's balanced, if I want to add something up here. Okay, that's staying really well. What do you guys think? We might have to stand it up to decide if it needs to have something on the top or if it's going to be okay. And then I'll do what I usually do is try black knobs, clear knobs, and cream colored knobs and see which ones look best. I'm not going to put the original knobs on here because they're a big, heavy wood Eastlake knob. Okay, that I don't want there. So the original knobs are not going to go back on here. All right, so next, it just went actually pretty smoothly right over my keyholes too. I'm going to grab something and then read some comments. Okay, I'm going to get right in here and just see what I can. All right. I feel all kind of haggard right now. I'm going to have a drink. Here from Clearwater. You don't think I need anything else on the top drawer or use bigger knobs in the top drawer? Yeah, I'm not. With the knobs, you know, with the hardware, I'm always just like, I'll try a bunch of things and then I'll be like, nope, nope, nope. Yes. I never get it right the first time. Andrea, hi, my friend from high school. She thinks it looks good this way. Might be busy. That's what I was originally thinking, but I like to go with the flow. So I will look at this and decide, but I think I'm liking it like it the way it is. So the next part, this is getting to be a really long tutorial here, but the next part is after you have pressed your transfer down, and it really, I really can't feel this. It doesn't feel like there's, it doesn't feel like a sticker. So for those of you who have never used the transfers but use like a Silhouette or a Cameo or one of those machines to do like the vinyl signs and things, I think those are awesome for signs. I've got some that people have made for me. I haven't actually used one because they seem really overwhelming to figure out. But the transfers are really thin. They really, by the time we're done sanding and sealing this, they're going to like seep right in and kind of become one with your paint. They don't feel like a sticker. They are not like vinyl. You really can't even feel this. Actually, what I do feel is some bumps from my paint underneath because I like to paint texturally, and so my paint wasn't completely smooth when I put this on. So after you're sure everything is down and pressed down, then what I usually do is I use this 3M. I just buy it at the hardware store. It's steel wool. 000 extra fine steel wool. It's white, so it's not going to color anything. And I go over, and it'll take off any loose edges. That's why you want to make sure to press it down first. But it also, this is pressing it in and kind of kind of burnishing it right into my paint. And I can see a couple of loose bits coming off, and that's fine. And it's also going to take off along here, I hope. This piece right here that's stuck. So just really smooth it all out, make sure everything is stuck in there really well. Oh, this is so cool. So on a different piece, this might look amazing painted in. On this piece, because I've got a really old piece, I think simple is the way to go. And I think you guys are right, those of you who said the way to go is to probably just leave it. All right, I'm gonna try to stand this up. I've got it on some stools right now. And then I'll move the camera. Okay. I'll let you guys see what it looks like. I'm not gonna put hardware on, so I'll probably leave the top plain. Okay, let's see. All right, what do you think? It's, I'm gonna, because I had wax all over the rest of the piece, I'm gonna go back and wax it. So wax is gonna be my sealer. And then I'll get some knobs on there. And I actually, I kind of like it with the top simple and plain like that. Been terrified to try these out. Don't be terrified, they really are easy, even though I'm kind of out of breath. I'm out of breath because I'm talking so much. Yeah, they really are easy. If you don't already belong to, you know, if you're interested in IOD and you don't already belong to the Facebook group, Iron Orchid Designs, Creative Tribe, join that group, and I'm telling you, you're gonna see so many cool projects. You're gonna be inspired, and you could just watch them for a while before you try. That's fine too. They really are easy and forgiving. And no two projects, you know, if 10 of you buy this transfer today and you do a project with it, none of them are going to look the same. And that's the awesome thing. Somebody's messaging me, and I can actually see this. I think that said, do they work on glass? They do work on glass. I have done them on, I don't have any here, but I've done them on mirrors and on old windows. And they are, well, I mean, they're going to be a little different on those surfaces. What I do to make sure that I've got a perfectly clean surface and nothing is going to interfere is I use rubbing alcohol and clean my mirror really well. That helps. Sometimes you have to rub a little harder. Most people, I think, don't seal their mirrors after the transfer's on them. Or their mirrors or their windows, because it does take off some of the sheen if you do that. You can put a spray over it, but you're going to lose some of your sheen. So when I've sold those, if you go on my Facebook page, you'll see, and you just scroll through pictures, you can see mirrors and windows that I've done. I just tell people like basically how I made it and that they should be dusting, you know, and not spraying on things. Can you seal with poly? Yes, you can. Do they work on walls? Yes, you could put them on a wall. You would have, when you're done, like in 10 years when you're sick of it or you want to move, you're going to have to sand it off the wall, but it will stick to the wall, yes. Add color to the top drawer. I'm afraid to touch things. Let's see. Nope, I can't see the rest, but just enough color to the top drawer painting. Yeah, I don't know. I'm wondering. I'm thinking Andrea actually. I think that was Andrea because now the comment's gone. If I do 2 black knobs on the top And then I don't know, maybe the rest will be clear so it doesn't interfere with the design. That's kind of what's in my head right now. And then those two black knobs will be, something stark against the top drawer. Do you have any that can be on the back side of glass? No, none of them are reverse image. I'm trying to think of, if you did this on a window though, and I have done this with the rose transfer and some of the some other transfers on a window where there's no writing, it doesn't matter if will it matter if it's reverse? I'm thinking no, because I did a color transfer, so I can tell you this with the color. I used one of the older rose color transfers on a window, and I hung it up like stained glass, and the light goes through it, and it looks good from both sides. It's not as vibrant from the back side, but it works if you want to put it in a window. Black knobs would look nice. Just add enough color to the top drawer. Yeah, I'm liking this. I'm going to sit on it because sometimes I can be impulsive and change things and wish I hadn't. Shares. I'm rambling now. I'm going to cut this off. I think. Thank you for watching. If you have any more questions, I'll go back and read the feed and answer the questions. If you're looking for products, www.serendipity.house. You might have a retailer near you. You can go to the Iron Orchid Designs website, and there's a locator on there. You can put your zip code in, so in case you have somebody down the street. If you don't, then I ship anywhere in the United States. I'd be happy to ship to you. You get it within 2 to 3 days. And what else? 20 shares, I'm going to do a giveaway. So write share in the feed. After 20, I'm going to go back, pick a name, and do a giveaway. All right, let me know what you guys want to see next. I got to find something to put that Midnight Garden transfer on. I think I'm really itching to do that. So, all right, have a great day. Thanks for watching, you guys. Bye.